Hey Jill, are you still single? What? Never mind.
I just think it's insane to think that a pandemic postponed my wedding. What are the odds? Like, I'm not dating anyone, but this for sure pushed it back.
I've been single for a long time. Does that mean I'm bad at relationships? Yeah. No. No. Beloved, it's just, what are you choosing? You're single because either you're choosing to be single consciously or unconsciously.
You're not open to meeting a man anywhere at any time. A lot of girls are very closed to options on where they could meet a guy. Most of us dream of all the possibilities of how we might meet a man in real life. But if it hasn't happened for you yet, it might be time to open your mind to more possibilities.
That a lot of women are very closed off, and what I mean closed off is that they use being picky as a way to not be vulnerable. So people will create a list, or they have really high expectations that pretty much no guy could ever meet, and they go, oh well, you know, all the good guys are taken. Well, I didn't go out with him because, you know, he ate funny, or I didn't go out with him because he had funny shoes on.
She's not bullshitting you, okay? Women actually do this foolishness, and they wonder why men are losing interest and why men are not taking them seriously. If you're really going to dismiss a guy because he's wearing funny shoes, get ready to enjoy your cats.
So what I mean by this is when we get into a relationship or when we think about who it is that we want, a lot of the times when I ask you girls out there what it is that you want in a guy, what is it that you need in a guy, you don't even really know in the first place. If you don't have a clear idea of what it is that you want in a partner, how can you identify him when he comes along?
Exactly. A lot of women don't know what they're asking for. You want a man that makes 6 figures and you don't even know how small your chances are to actually land a man that makes that kind of money. And to take it a step further, you don't even know how the life of an entrepreneur that makes 6 figures looks like. Before you know it, you'll be complaining that he's working all the time. And what value do you bring to the table? And I don't want to hear nothing about your job and your degrees. Shit.
Or you're afraid that what didn't work before won't work again.
You're letting fear overcome how much you want that goal. You're letting fear get in the way of potentially getting that. And a lot of people don't even try because the fear is so big. This could be fear of rejection, probably, mostly. And this could be fear of uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen.
It's kind of like a defense mechanism where a lot of times when women are so independent, it's because that's how they've been brought up, and it's usually when they're brought up by like single moms or like a tribe of women, and they're taught not to depend on anybody else because everyone's gonna let you down. Men aren't no good, men are gonna let you down, you can only depend on yourself. A lot of times coming from hurt and coming from disappointment and being let down. So those people tend to put up walls and barriers to say, well, I don't need a man, I got this on my own, and you know, stuff like that.
All men are bastards or cheaters. These kinds of stories about men is damaging to you, to men, and society as a whole. For example, believing that men as a gender are all liars and cannot be trusted is simply not true. And not only does this mess with your own psyche, it makes men feel like criminals and stops them from expressing their wants and desires for fear of being viewed as a creep or worse.
We've made a video called Women Explain Why Men Don't Approach Women. I want you to look at the comment section. It's not looking good out there, guys. And I can't blame these men for not participating in this foolishness.
And the reason why you have that list is because you're scared of getting hurt. So if you're scared of getting hurt, well then that's something you have to go back on into yourself and find out why is the reason why you're scared of getting hurt, and deal with it, and then go back out into the marketplace. Go back out into the dating field with a mind that, you know what, I can, you know, I'm not afraid to be vulnerable to the right guy. You know, even that is better than, oh no, all the good men are taken, I have really high expectations. And with that, your chances of meeting the right guy are going to be totally increased.
Are we ever single by chance? I don't think so. It's like saying that love is only for the lucky people. We are in this position because our decisions have led us to this position. We aren't just single because, oh, well, I've only just dated assholes for the last 10 years. You can't keep blaming men because you have been choosing to date them and you've been contributing to that relationship in some way as well.
It takes two to tango. I only had 2 girls in my whole life admitting that it was their fault why the relationship didn't work. It's always the same story. He didn't do this, he didn't do that. But when you start asking them specific questions about the situation, get ready for the contradictions. They will always tell on themselves.
It's because of your own mindset and what you're telling yourself and how you are viewing all of this. And what I'm hearing a lot is why things won't work. I'm pretty sure as you're probably reading my emails or even listening to this, you're already thinking of the million reasons why it won't work. And let me tell you, if you do that, you are manifesting your own reality and it won't work.
If you've got some beliefs running around your head like love just isn't for me, in the end it never works out, all the good men are taken, all men ghost, men only want one thing, I just never get the man I want. If this sounds anything like you, then it's time to dissolve this way of thinking to start believing that you will attract the love you want.
I agree with the having the right mentality part. Belief is important. However, in modern day society, we have the highest divorce rate in history, the lowest marriage rate in history, and many other statistics that don't make a positive case. If you would go parachute jumping and the pilot says that only 50% of the parachute open when you jump, I wish you good luck believing that your parachute will open.
You've given up. Now, I totally get this. When you've been wanting this for a long time and it hasn't been happening for you, it's easy to throw your hands up in the air and give up. But I want to remind you, this is a massive goal that you've set for yourself. Finding that 1 in a million guy is very rare. It doesn't happen every day. It's a once or maybe twice in a lifetime thing.
You'd be amazed how easy women give up on love. So many women bitch and moan about how there are no men out there and yet they're not dating. They're not out socializing and trying to meet men, and when they are out, they huddle with their girlfriends and give men no opportunity to approach them. If you're not going to make an effort, then why moan and complain?
Most women can't walk a mile in a man's shoes. That's why they pander to these women in every way possible. Commercials, movies, etc. Because they know that women will quit when things don't come easy. They know women suck when it comes to handling rejection. It's not a surprise that it's women that initiate 70% of the divorces. Too much foolishness with these modern Western women. The juice ain't worth the squeeze, guys. This video has officially been highlighted.